Well, hello there, everybody. I'm bringing here what's going on in wrestling right now, and a lot of things have been happening. And I've been hearing a lot of stuff going on the internet. About this wrestler that's supposed to be return. That's going to be returning to the WWE. And I took some notes. I wanted to say the important stuff out there so you guys can hear, what's going on, because I know a lot of people want to know about this wrestler returning to the WWE. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you my thoughts and what I think. So, so the wrestler that's coming back to WWE is no other than former IC champion Shelton Benjamin, guys. So we're gonna see him. I don't know like when he's supposed to come back. He is coming back this year, but I don't know when. They say that he is returning. It's been all over the internet basically. WWE superstar Shelton Benjamin comes to the WWE. That's kind of cool to hear something like that. So I'm happy that he's, coming back. I know he was in Ring of Honor. 2010 he went to ROH. He was in this other promotion that a lot of people know about. I found out that him and Charlie Haas was over there, and I started watching them. And I'm like, you know what? That's good. But if Shelton Benjamin, he leaves Ring of Honor, what's gonna happen with Charlie Haas? Because they were like tag teams in Ring of Honor. So if what are they gonna do with Charlie Haas? Is it gonna be? Will they team him up with somebody else? Since Shelton's gonna be, coming back to his home basically. So I'm gonna cover some stuff here. Now, Shelton Benjamin was offered a full time contract of September in 2002. So he took the contract. So he joined SmackDown, but he was the villain in December 2006. No, December 26, 2002. That's when he first got in the WWE roster, basically. And Shelton did good. He became a WWE Tag Team Champion. Then, see, the only thing that bothered me is when Shelton was in Team Angle with Kurt Angle and Charlie Haas. Basically, the whole Team Angle thing was basically just to get out, to get at all the wrestlers, that that they would do. And you come and think about it, it is kind of a good idea, seeing something like this. But they did a good job with Team Angle, I think, because Shelton and Charlie Haas, they're both good tag team. They're both good wrestlers. Kurt Angle is a good wrestler too. They're all good. So I think it was something they had to do to form these three guys together. Shelton was the tag team champion with Rico. To me, guys, I think that was dumb. I really don't think they should have had Shelton team up with Rico to be tag team champions. I really think that they could have done a lot better with Shelton. You know what I mean? I don't like how they did something like that to Shelton. That's just wrong in my opinion. So as the years was going on, in January 2003, Shelton would team up with their official match against Edge and Benoit. That would be Charlie Haas and Shelton. And they would go on against Edge and Benoit. So now there was a pay-per-view called No Way Out. And what happened was there was a match. It was Team Angle, Kurt Angle, Charlie Haas, and Shelton Benjamin. So what happened, guys, is Brock Lesnar would team up with no other than the Wolverine, Chris Benoit, and they'd take on Team Angle. And they would defeat Team Angle. Now that's cool. I loved I was happy when Benoit and Brock Lesnar teamed up. You know what I mean? That was good. I was happy to see that. So then, Shelton got drafted. Now Shelton got drafted to Raw in 2004, and after he got drafted in 2004, he would feud with Triple H, because what happened is when he got drafted to Raw, I think it was Chris Benoit that helped Shelton Benjamin beat Triple H. So then what happened is Triple H and Shelton Benjamin, they had a feud. Shelton beat Triple H 3 times. One was the disqualification, one was a count out, one was by pin, and I don't know what the other one was. But he beat him 3 times, man. And Triple H, how that's kind of funny. Triple H losing against Shelton Benjamin. That's to me, I think that's an embarrassment. You know, you're losing against, you know, an Intercontinental Champion. You know what I mean? And he's not even a heavyweight. You know what I mean? He's not even in Triple H's league. And he beats Triple H. It's funny, man. I was laughing. So then, Shelton defeated Ric Flair for the IC title on February 20th edition of Raw. I was happy. I was really happy for Shelton Benjamin becoming the IC champion. He really deserved it, big time, and that's where he belongs, you know, as an IC champion. And he holded it, you know, he's holding it for a long time, you know. He was a Money in the Bank at 21, 22. He didn't make it to 23, but he was in 24, 25, and 26. And I think he did a phenomenal job in the first one. This guy can fly. It's just phenomenal what Shelton Benjamin can pull off from moves. When he was in that Money in the Bank match, that guy was phenomenal. He didn't steal the show, but he did a great job. And I wish I would love to see Shelton become Money in the Bank. I really would. You know, because he deserved that World Heavyweight Championship spot. You know, against Triple H. I would love to see them feud again. You know. So then when Shelton Benjamin was in Team Angle fired Shelton, and now they will call the world's greatest tag teams now. So then Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas, they've united in December 11, 2006, and they defeated the Highlanders. The Highlanders I didn't really care for the Highlanders, you know. I was like, you know what? There's no way the Highlanders are gonna beat these guys. And I was happy they reunited. I didn't was happy when they broke up. I think they should have stayed together, you know, as a group. So Shelton defeated Matt Hardy at the Great American Bash for the U.S. title. And before that, Shelton Benjamin had to verse Matt Hardy in a non-title match. So he beat Matt Hardy, and that's how he got the chance to defeat Matt Hardy at the Great American Bash for the U.S. title. And also, Shelton Benjamin was a good United States championship too. You know? Did you know, guys, that Shelton Benjamin had the longest really U.S. title in his career? He held it for 243 days until MVP beat him for it. Now, 243 days, you hold that U.S. title. Do you know how that's an accomplishment? I wish I could hold a title for 243 days. That's a lot of days, man. But back to Team Angle. They lost to Eddie with his new partner, Tajiri, at Judgment Day in a ladder match. I'm pretty sure if it was for the tag team titles. I got the DVD, so hold on. For the WWE Tag Team Champions. So then we had the world's greatest tag team. They defeated Ray. They defeated Ray and Billy Kidman for the tag team champions. And I'm pretty sure that was at, I think it was at this pay-per-view. Hold on. Yes. Backlash 2003. Los Guerreros defeated teammate Los Guerreros. No, hold on. I got it the wrong way. Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Yeah. Vengeance 2003. Not Team Angle. Los Guerreros would lose. No, hold on. The world's greatest tag team versus Billy Kidman and Rey Mysterio was for the WWE Tag Team Champions. And they defeated Ray and Billy Kidman. So Shelton defeated Ric Flair. And Team Angle versus Los Guerreros. And it was for the title. And the Team Angle defeated, Los Guerreros. Also, they were at WrestleMania 19. I remember that, when you had Team Angle and all those guys. But there's just so much I could say. Shelton, I'm happy you came back. You're not in Ring of Honor no more. I heard that you did really good over there though, in Ring of Honor. I don't know why you want to come back to the WWE. Maybe you missed it, or they're not treating you good in Ring of Honor. I don't know. I don't know what the reason why you're coming back to WWE. So yeah, this is kind of cool, man. That we're gonna see Shelton come back now. We'll see where he stands, for brand wise and also in the business. So, this is my show that I'm bringing to you guys. Shelton Benjamin returns. Leave me your thoughts. Rate it. And subscribe to my channel. Enjoy your day, guys, and I will be back with another video today. Peace.